Chapter 1239. Mrs. Richard has always been very dissatisfied with Alex's family. At the beginning, she begged them to come back, but no one of them took her seriously. Now that she have received a huge investment from the Whale family, she don't need to put their family in their eyes. Moreover, the lady felt that Alex's family was just outsiders. It looks like there is a beacon-top villa, but in fact it is nothing more than that. Both Alex and Trump did not have a job, and had no income at home. Although Emma opened a studio, the scale is small after all, and the income situation is not too optimistic. So the lady firmly believes that their family is in the beacon top, that is, they can barely afford to live, but they must not be able to compare with their current self. At the beginning, I needed them to come back and ran to their families to make all kinds of pleadings. They lost their face, but they looked down on themselves and were reluctant to go back to the Richard family again. Now the Richard family has weathered the storm, and they just want to save the face they lost before. Get back. Audi R7 stopped in front of Alex's villa. Harold looked at the lady beside him and asked, "Grandma, do you want me to knock on the door?" "No." Lady Richard said with a sneer, "Let the horn and let Elaine come out." Michael looked up and found that there were more than 30 green hats hanging on Elaine's balcony. He said angrily, "Elaine, the bastard, is addicted to hanging green hats. It's been so many days. She still doesn't take it off." The Lady Richard said lightly, "She is willing to hang up, just let her hang up, but it's just a green hat. I advise you not to care too much. Now that the Lady Lucy has knocked out that wild species, you should stop. Take this matter seriously." "Mom, what you said is easy," Michael said angrily. "This lady is not only pregnant with other people's wild species, but also infected me with a venereal disease. I still have to go to the hospital to infuse 6 bottles of fluid every day. Enough for a month, it was all her harm." The Lady Richard said disdainfully, "You always take her to your heart, and others have always targeted you, such as the green hats that Elaine hangs. If you don't take Lucy's matter seriously, Elaine will do it. What can you do if she hang 200 green hats? After all, you still leave others with flaws. Then when others embarrass you, don't blame others." Michael sighed angrily when he heard this. He is now separated from Lucy. The reason why he has not divorced her is because Fury of the Whale family does not allow him. If he continues to regard this as a huge shame, he will definitely be like his mother in the future. The same has always left the opponent flaws. Thinking of this, he gritted his teeth and said, "Mom, I understand what you mean, just let Elaine hang up, I just didn't see it." The Lady Richard nodded in satisfaction and said to Harold, "Harold, honk the horn and get Elaine out." "Good Grandma." With a smug smile on his face, Harold pressed the car horn. The huge whistle sounded outside Alex's villa. Emma and Alex were sitting in a sports car with excellent soundproofing, and they didn't hear the sound very clearly. But Elaine in the bedroom upstairs suddenly became annoyed when she heard the sound.